I asked you at Flat Stick, like a couple months ago, about celebrating against your former team, and you said, "Oh yeah,
of course, I'll do it every single game. Yeah, I'll do it any chance. I mean, it was just a goal that we needed in the moment. I mean, the first half wasn't the greatest. It was kind of a stale game. So I wanted to kind of bring that energy, you know, put a little bit of pressure on them in the back to see what they were made of. And, you know, they coughed up that opportunity. And I was fortunate, you know, to be a little bit calm and not rush it. And, you know, at the end of the day, put the ball in the back of the net.
It reminded me, I was talking about this. Andre Lewis picked Kunga's pocket, same end of the pitch, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Something about these games against Omaha, you guys are soaking up that pressure? Was the intent to counterattack against Omaha?
I mean, I think it was just picking out the right moments when to go, understanding the situation that they were put in. You know, like I said, I kind of wanted to bring that energy a little bit to put them on the back foot, and I feel like it was a good opportunity. Even though there was a little bit of a distance between me and the defender, but you know, I just wanted to go full throttle at him and see, you know, what kind of ideas he had, and obviously, like I said, he coughed it up, and I mean, at the end of the day, you got to put pressure on him. So.
Luis, that wasn't the first time you've had a goal like that where it's kind of loose at the back and you're able to pounce on it. When you're just kind of seeing the field and watching the game flow, how are you able to kind of see opportunities like that when they arise?
I think I kind of just be patient with it, kind of see the moments out, because sometimes I know when the ball gets moved around from one side to the other, players get impatient, you know, and they just want to kind of, you know, step when they're not supposed to, and then they, you know, the ball gets past them, and then now it just opens us up. So I felt like in that situation, I was kind of waiting for the right moment. I kind of saw the build-up for it. I know I was kind of like a little bit of a distance from that last defender, but I committed to it was the thing. You know, I didn't want to, you know, kind of be in between. I just wanted to go full, and I mean, committed to it, and then, like I said, he coughed it up. So.
What do you make of that ball from Derek?
I mean, it's perfect. Any big guy in the back or any big player in general would just dream about that ball. Yeah, we're practicing it a lot, and it pays off in the game, so we love to see it, yeah.
Derek, from your perspective on that one, what does it feel like, as somebody who will never make a pass like that, what does it feel like to lay it perfectly right so Cam can get in the back of the net there?
Yeah, we spent time working on set pieces from the very beginning of preseason, and I think we've grown in it. Obviously, we scored a few set pieces in the early part of the season and kind of went through a dry spell where we weren't scoring and creating quite as many chances. So we've kind of just dialed that in, spent a little bit of extra time and training, hitting extra balls, getting extra reps for these guys, and you know, my job is easy really. I just put it in the danger area, let these guys go attack it, and Cam, Marcelo, Ahmed, they've done a phenomenal job of just beating their guys, winning those duels.
Yeah, Luis to Ahmed back post. We talked about this a lot. We've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this new thing's coming up. Derek and Ron.
Yeah.
Come on, it's back-to-back games, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember talking to you back in the Ballard game in the Open Cup. It feels like 100 years ago. It's like you clearly got an appetite for goal, and you're getting yourself in this position. It's like the goals are going to come. Is there something about in training or just mentality? I also asked you about it when you joined the club. Like, what do you like better, a clean sheet or a goal? And you struggled to answer that. Talk about scoring goals, Cameron Miller.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like that's what I bring to my game as a center back. You got to try to be different if you want to keep like excelling in this sport, and I feel like if I can bring goals to a team, I think that's pretty important, especially coming from like a center back role. You know, if you can keep a clean sheet, great, but if you can also add on the score sheet, that's even better. So yeah.
Just for any of you guys, taking 2 out of 3 from these guys, you know, they're second in the table right now. You guys are trying to clinch a playoff spot. Just what does a win like this do for you guys as a team?
I think it's big time, especially against these types of teams. You know, they always make it difficult on us. It's always a battle. Obviously, so far we've come up top twice against them at home, but I feel like we've needed this win at home more than anything. It's been a while since we won at home, and you kind of found some consistency away. So to find ourselves winning back at home and against a tough team, it's hopefully that brings the confidence back up, and you know, we got to look forward to Saturday now.
And then just, you know, the quick turnaround. You guys got to play again here on Saturday. Just how's the body feeling right now, and how do you think you guys will be ready for that game on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, when you pick up a win like this, I don't think the body's going to hurt right away. You just enjoy it for tonight. Sure, we'll have some soreness tomorrow morning when we wake up, but it's crucial that when you come off such a big win like this that you don't look past any game, and we already had that conversation in the locker room right away that we can enjoy this for tonight, but tomorrow morning we're right back in for training, getting ready because it's a big game against Fresno on Saturday, and we're yet to beat them. We've drawn and lost, I believe. Yeah. So we need to pick up 3 points and just keep the train moving forward.
Got it?
Thanks, boys.
Okay, ready to roll? Coach Veidman.
Did you set him up that way to soak up all that pressure like that in the counterattack? Like, what was the intent coming into the game mentality-wise? Like, what were you looking to? How do you want to set these boys up?
It was not set up to play on the counter.
Okay.
It's just Omaha. We scouted them. They've got a very specific way of playing, and they actually changed how they play to play against us. So we had to adapt within the game and play a slightly different way. So it was interesting that they changed what they did and played the way they did, because I don't know if they've done that all season long. They played more of a 4-3-3, single pivot, 2-10s, which I don't think they've done at all this season, if I remember right. So yeah, listen, they adapted to us and we had to adapt in the moment, and yeah.
When you're giving up all that possession, giving up a lot of shots, low quality shots, admittedly, and you have a moment like that where last game, Misael Rodriguez scores a goal and Andre picks Kunga's pocket on the other end of the pitch there. Kind of the same thing, something from nothing here tonight with Luis. Like, is there something about the way the team is set up with a mentality of like, we're going to find those moments to just capitalize on a mistake?
Yeah, it's understanding when and where to apply the pressure, really is what it is. And we identified in the past couple of games, Omaha have not really liked the pressure in the right moment, and specifically forward runs in behind their line when a guy's facing his own goal. I think we saw one versus Madison. A ball just put over their back line. Guy applies the pressure and he passes it to his goalkeeper and it goes right in the goal. So those guys at the back line right now are not high in confidence in terms of playing under that pressure. So it was identifying those right moments to do so, and Luis, he did an incredible job. There was probably 3 opportunities there for him to shoot, and he held his composure. Kunga, the goalkeeper, knew who did a really good job in delaying. But Luis was so composed in that moment and did a really good job.
Nationally televised game. I had a friend who's a Seattle Sounders fan over on the west side watching this game tonight. He was texting me throughout the whole game and was saying, I know there's not a lot of like clear-cut chances, but I'm super entertained. What was it like to come into this game and talk to the team about the fact that it's going to be on CBS and this is a big moment for the club and for the players?
Yeah, listen, we're aware of the occasion, but it's business as normal for us. It really is. And I've got the boring answers all the time, but it's just come in, we prepare after a long trip. There was probably one more day off than I would have liked to prepare for this game, but the guys came in fresh mentally, physically, and I think you saw their energy defensively tonight, because tonight was, executing on the bad back pass, it was executing on set pieces, but there was a lot of work that went into tonight's defensive performance. Listen, Omaha had a very good team. You got to understand that. So, yeah, we had to defend a little bit more than we liked, and the performance defensively was phenomenal. And when we had our chances, we took them. And that's football.
What did you make of the ball from Derek to Cam there?
Derek's on fire with them right now. He's feeling those set pieces, so he's done a great job with them. And him and Cam have got a little thing going right now.
The guys talked about how practice kind of mirrors itself in the games when stuff like that happens. For a coach, what does that do for you when you see like things that they practice from the off season to now are kind of, I guess, paying dividends?
It's important. That's why we do what we do on the pitch every single day. It was frustrating to concede the goal that we did at the end, because defensive set pieces is something we worked quite a while on the other day, especially coming off the Richmond game. So it's something we definitely need to still improve on. But listen, we come out of it with 3 points, and the guys, I said to the guys inside, is at half time we had to make some adjustments, and this group is incredibly coachable. And what I mean by that is they take feedback and they apply it. The application part is not often done. It's like they'll take the information, but they go out and they apply it and they execute. So the adjustments in the second half really helped us, and the guys deserve a lot of credit for that performance tonight. I'm disappointed that they didn't get the clean sheet, but we win regardless.
What did you make overall of Luis's performance tonight? He obviously scored the worldy there, and then he gets dragged down. That led to Derek's free kick. Just his performance tonight, and just kind of being the guy that was able to facilitate up top.
Yeah, I'm always going to talk about the team first. But the adjustments that they made in the second half, and that adjustment was Luis and Sango just coming more central and deeper, because when we were defending deep, we didn't really have an outlet ball. So it was about getting them inside centrally and a little bit deeper. Luis and Sango executed that, and it brought Luis into more central areas where he's dangerous. So that led to Luis being able to do what he does in, causing problems in front of goal, winning a free kick, scoring a goal, etc., etc. So the team adjusting to that adaptation that we did in the second half has resulted in what we saw with the goals.
And obviously, as you continue to fight for a playoff spot, to beat a team like that twice this season, especially coming back home where you guys were kind of needing a win, just what does this win kind of mean for you guys moving forward, especially with another one on Saturday?
Yeah, it's super important. It really is. It's nice to have our focus all on the league right now. But the guys in there are going to enjoy the win tonight, and but we've got a really quick turnaround with Fresno on Saturday, and we've got to prepare ourselves for that game coming up on Saturday. So we take the lessons from this game, we take the positives from this game, we improve tomorrow, we improve Friday, and then we go out on Saturday and we try and put in a similar performance that's going to come out with 3 points.
And then, real quick, you guys are one of the few teams who have found success against Omaha, especially here at home. Is that maybe something you're seeing tactically on tape, or maybe some player personnel that you're seeing, or maybe just extra motivation against a good club?
Yeah, it's Omaha's a very man-for-man defensive team, and they pride themselves on that. It was quite surprising to me tonight to see that they adjusted their shape to us, because I don't think they've done that at all this season. So to see them do that and be more concerned about us was interesting. So there was tactical switches to beat that man-for-man mentality that they have, and almost formation that they have at times too. There were some tactical switches and some rotations that we had in there to break that down, because they built this roster over 2-3 years, and they're really good when they are a man-to-man defensive team. So it was about us being creative and finding different ways to break that down, regardless of the formation that they played. I actually think the formation that they played and changing actually hurt them more than it did help them. So we were able to take advantage of that in key moments, and yeah. That was it.
And lastly, you guys, I think, have 3 set-piece goals in the last 4 games. Is that maybe something you're specifically working on in practice, specific set-piece plays, or is that just trusting Waldeck's ability to get in the ball and tall center backs to just head it in?
Yeah, it's both. No, those plays you see, we work on them, but it's also riding the wave. Derek, I think he's got 2 assists or 3, I can't remember exactly, 2 or 3. When a player's feeling good about himself in those free kick moments from wide areas, let him ride the wave. Cam's feeling good about himself and arriving in the areas, and those two are in sync, let him ride the wave, But yeah, it is also something that we work on as well.
I'm going to ask, Anwar and Mikey, any chance we'll see them on Saturday?
We'll see about Saturday. Anwar he was away for 8 weeks from full-time football, so he's working back slowly, and then Mike is slowly working back as well.
Cameron Miller volunteered to play center forward. Kidding.
He'd take it if I give it to him.